welcome back to K&S Exposed. I am K. Christy.
And I am S. Sean.
And holy cow, holy shit, has it been...
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It has been, guys, I don't have the exact date in front of me, but I know it was May of 2023 since our last podcast. I believe that was the Broken Hearts Gallery, but we dropped it, I think, in November.
Yeah. It took a while to get through. We stacked up quite a few episodes,
yes,
and then I dropped them like every couple months.
Yes.
But that was recorded back in May. So
but
it's
not
it's
dropped
been,
till
it's,
November.
Yeah, it's been half a year.
So,
I mean, life has been very busy for us.
It really has, and honestly, I was gonna say,
not that that's excuse for being terrible podcasters.
No,
like
we're terrible people, right? Because it's been so long. But no, that's what's funny is I think you dropped it in November.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna put it in like that kind of light, then okay, it's not been forever because it is January 20th. 2024 today, people. It is a chilly evening here in Arizona, or at least for us.
Well, no, you need if you're gonna give the weather report.
You
need to give the weather report in the fashion that is deserved because it is.
No, don't ruin the moment.
It is a special day.
It is a special day, people. If you listen to our last Broken Hearts Gallery, you will know that what we're talking about tonight, because it was Sean's pick at the end of Broken Hearts Gallery, which is The Straight Story. The Straight Story, a film by David Lynch.
Yes.
Which is so funny why we're both kind of giggling like little schoolgirls is because we didn't really plan this.
Today is...
What is today, Sean?
Maestro David Lynch's birthday. Happy 78th birthday.
Yes.
David
you
Lynch.
78-year-old good-looking bastard.
5 years older than Richard Farnsworth was in this movie.
78, and he looks fucking still amazing.
Yep.
I think. So that's hence why Sean said if you're going to give the weather report, because David Lynch gives his daily weather reports,
well,
of course.
He did. He stopped doing it like a year or so ago.
I didn't know that.
And people thought that he stopped doing it because, something was going into production.
Oh.
But we don't know what David Lynch has been up to for the last year, realistically.
I did not realize that. Sean makes a fair point. It's been a crazy last several months. We have a new person joining our podcast tonight.
Well, not a person.
Well, not a person. I still call my dogs people. They're humans to me, not to Sean. But
or to science.
Okay. Do your own thing. We inherited a dog in the last few months, so this is her first podcast. By the way, the only reason I'm bringing this up is, I don't need any excuses to talk about my dogs or my cats, but Bella may make noise, so just bringing it up. And we also did want to emphasize it is David Lynch's birthday. The man, the myth, the legend, the one and only. So, obviously, this was Sean's pick.
Yes.
I have not seen this. I was a little ambivalent about this. I'm not going to lie. When you announced this is what we were going to watch, I was kind of like, oh. You know what I mean? Like, not super excited. Not for any reason. I just thought this is different.
Right.
Let's jump right in. It's rated fucking G.
Yeah. Now this podcast isn't because you had to curse in it.
Did you see where I went with that? Yeah, it's rated G. Disney.
This goddamn Disney production.
This fucking production was rated G. So, by the way, you're going to hear more F-bombs in this podcast than... Also, Mom, sorry if you're listening, but, I mean, this is... You'll
hear more F-bombs in this podcast than you will in the movie, for sure.
Than you will in the movie, exactly. Not going to lie. I teared up a little during this.
Yeah.
I knew I would.
I saw you drying your eyes with your t-shirt.
Yeah, I was. I meant to ask, because I'm not going to ask you for a Kleenex, because then, I look like a wuss. But yeah, I was using my my shirt. this was fascinating. I forgot Sissy Spacek was in this.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't burning down anything this time, but as in
She's-
Carrie.
yeah.
Although ironic with the story, you know, the storyline, how spoiler alert, sorry if you listen to our podcast and you have not seen this movie. You know, don't listen to our podcast if you're gonna seriously watch this movie.
You should,
because
you
we're
should
already
see
gonna
the
do
movie
spoilers.
before we're talking about
By the way, did you want to shout it out where folks can see it?
Oh, yeah. The Straight Story right now is, as far as I'm aware, available to stream on Disney Plus. And if you don't have Disney Plus, you can rent it from, like, iTunes or, you know, other streaming services.
We own the Blu-ray, obviously.
We own the Blu-ray, but there is no American Blu-ray release. So it's not like something you can just hop on Amazon.
But they can stream it.
You can stream it,
You can find it.
And if you have a subscription to Disney Plus because, you know, your kids watch Encanto all the time, or you need to watch the next terrible Star Wars TV show or Marvel movie, then you can pop on afterwards and watch a movie about very old people.
Yeah, we should also note, too, you know, listeners, those of you that have kids, this is G and Disney. This is not a kids movie.
In no way is it.
In no way.
It is
we
not.
don't want to be confusing there.
It's G-rated because it's inoffensive.
Yes.
But there's nothing here that kids would latch on to.
Yeah. So
go to David Lynch's other movies for that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why.
Sit your 8-year-old in front of Blue Velvet.
Look, no.
Yes.
Don't.
Yes.
We do not promote your
Worked
kids.
for me.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay. Yes. This was interesting because, how do I say this? I wasn't super on board with it. I know you love David Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
He's your favorite. I like him very much as well. This is definitely not Twin Peaks. This is not, this is a different...
No, I see a lot of Twin Peaks in it, though.
Sure. Well, even Tom, the John Deere guy, was from Twin Peaks, you know, that
Everett McGill.
Yeah, and, you know, I enjoyed this, but I kind of knew I would. You know, I mean, was this an advertisement for John Deere?
It feels like it, doesn't it?
Abso-fucking-lutely. I mean, did John Deere get a cut of this?
I imagine they got something, or either they paid for... I don't know. I mean, here's the thing the background that we do need to give, since we haven't given a synopsis of this movie at all.
Okay.
This is based on a true story.
Yes,
now,
it is.
I don't
of the
know.
Straights.
I don't know how true
Alvin
it is.
and Lyle Straight.
Alvin and Lyle Straight.
Hence the Straight story.
But this is a movie about an old man who rides a lawnmower across state lines to see his estranged brother, who he hasn't seen in a decade.
It was in 1994 that he did this. He actually did this in 1994. Alvin. Mm-hmm. He drove his lawnmower, 250 miles.
Yeah.
To see his brother Lyle, who had a stroke, because they were estranged for 10 years.
Which is all covered in the film, so that's accurate.
No, exactly,
yeah.
But I'm saying this is a true story. I'm not going to lie. Until I really sat down and we started talking about this, I didn't necessarily know it was a true story.
Right.
I mean, I really didn't. At the end of the movie, it's dedicated to Alvin Straight, who is no longer with us. I did see, too, because, you know, I do look shit up because I'm fascinated if I don't know a lot about something. I try not to look anything up before. You hate when I do that. So I did this kind of after. 3 years after making this journey, he died.
Before the movie got made.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this movie was made in October 11th, 1999. So he actually did this drive, as it were, 1994. So he died 3 years later. So yeah, hence in memory of him.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. And all the fucking shots all the shots
of the Midwest.
Oh my God.
It's gorgeous.
First of all, let's just drop it right here. I'm from Rockford, Illinois. Okay. Born and raised. I'm very proud of it. My mom grew up on a farm. My family lives on a farm still. They farm every day. This was my mom's life as she grew up. This made me emotional.
Yeah. Because
I have 2 words for you. Country roads.
Take Me Home?
No, I knew you were going to do that. It's not. It's not the song. It is Country Roads. Remember when I took you back to Illinois to visit my family? Look,
In that drive from Monmouth to Rockford, I felt like I was driving a lawnmower that whole time.
I know.
Because it took so long to
get
across the state.
We got pulled over for speeding, which was funny because there's no signs that tell you. So, do you know how fast you were going? No, we really don't, because there's no...
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know if we're speeding because there's no fucking signs. Anyway, we, and then we got out and got in the cornfields and did our Children of the Corn shots, because that's where I'm from, and that's, that was instilled in me at a very young age. Sorry, I didn't live on the farm, but my mom did, and part of my family still does, and I love that. I love country roads. I love that more than the city. Mm-hmm. I think it's fantastic. So the way they captured all the shots, the rain, the weather, the sunsets, you know what I mean? Every element. The stars. Yeah. Like, that shit's real out there. You don't see stuff like that
in the city.
I'm sorry, you don't.
No.
You're not going to sit here and look up in Mesa, Arizona and see that.
Not anymore. Certainly not anymore.
You just see smog.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny because my mom and I used to live in East Mesa about over 20 years ago. When we moved out there, you could see every star in the sky.
Right.
But then, more and more houses were developed out there, and then the cities merged, on that side, and it's not the same anymore.
Moved here in 86. There was nothing out here.
Anyone listening to this outside of Arizona, Arizona is one of the most fastly developed states.
And now, if there's an empty corner, they're either going to put a freaking subdivision on it or a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so it's been the case for as long as I can remember.
Now, I go back to Sissy Spacek, which I said, a few minutes ago before we segued. I forgot she was in this. I literally made you pause the first 15 minutes, and I said, "What's wrong with her?" You know what I mean? Yeah. Not judging, but I mean clearly her speech.
Yeah.
But Richard Farnsworth, who plays Alvin, he talks about it later with one of his people he finds on his on his travels, and says, some people think she's slow, but she knows dates. During that one scene, she knows dates.
Facts. She has a head of facts.
Yeah, she's got a mind like a steel trap, which is one of my favorite sayings that I actually use every day. And that's how he described her.
Yeah.
So, but it was interesting because a couple of scenes, sorry, love you, Sissy, but, we know you're an outstanding actress, but it was, the way she spoke.
The speech impediment.
And I'm not judging it. Yeah. I'm not judging it. She clearly had one. But a couple of the scenes were becoming redundant for me. Okay, I get it. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not judging you that you have this issue, because you clearly do, even though no one talks about it. That's not why I was irritated. It's just okay, we get it. You know what I mean? Fortunately for me, I think Sissy was a integral part.
Yes.
But I feel like I was kind of glad there was less of her.
Well, once Richard Farnsworth is on the road, obviously she doesn't come along, so she becomes much more minimal, throughout as the film goes on. Yeah,
so I was kind of good with that. I don't really have to ask. We usually do this. Why did you pick this movie? Mm-hmm. Besides, I haven't seen it. I don't think we really have to go there because it's Lynch.
Right, well, yeah, it's Lynch, and it also, as many people have pointed out, and I'm certainly not the first one to do it. People have been saying this since '99 when the movie came out. There's something of a novelty to the fact that David Lynch made a movie that is unmistakably a David Lynch movie. Yes. It feels like a David Lynch movie, but it does not deal with any sort of mystery or horror elements. Moving. It's just a heartwarming story, and I think a lot of that comes from the fact that this isn't a David Lynch story.
No.
This is a real story.
Which I had to ask you.
Yeah,
because I didn't look enough into it.
Right.
I did not know it was a true story. For once, I didn't look a lot into it.
And in his entire career, everything he worked on that I can think of, with the exception of Dune, was a David Lynch idea.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because Dune was a written book, you know, that was adapted, but everything else, from Eraserhead to Mulholland Drive.
Oh, for sure.
And, I mean, Twin Peaks, he had a partner.
Have I ever seen a normal Lynch movie? I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't mean it like that because I like his.
Yeah, there's definitely artistic aspects to a David Lynch production that take it outside of the norm. There is no other filmmaker like David Lynch.
No. And when I said that was actually not a bad question. Have I seen an art? That's why I love Lynch as well. I know you have a love for him.
Oh, I have a deep love.
You have a deep love. Mine. I like him a lot. Mm-hmm. I do have a love for him, probably since we've gotten married and because you've shown me even more of his work. But this, this is totally different. It's it's Disney, it's fucking normal. You know what I mean?
And yet, it still feels like it's a David Lynch movie.
I know.
It's
also a John Deere advertisement. I'm gonna keep putting that in there because now I want to take this one step further. Okay, maybe when we're done with the podcast tonight, I kind of want to find out
how much John Deere paid to be in this movie.
And you got to know, growing up in.
Are you gonna feel betrayed if it wasn't really a John Deere track riding mower?
And of course, what's his name?
Farnsworth?
No, the guy that helps him out, Reardon.
Oh yeah. When it breaks down after the hill.
Yeah, and they stop and that wonderful couple helps him and fixes. Oh, by the way, the Chris Farley brothers.
Are the mechanics, yeah.
Which we found hysterical.
Well, Chris Farley's brothers. Chris Farley was already...
No. I know I said Chris Farley's brothers. Yeah, I mean, Chris Farley has already passed. He had already passed. But I literally, in that scene, the Olsen twins, that's what they called them. The Olsen twins, which I loved when Farnsworth said, oh, well, $250 is pretty steep to fix my mower, but I guess because there's two of them.
Right.
That was a classic. There's a couple little gems, as far as one-liners.
Oh, there's lots of gems.
Yeah, but but what I liked, I don't like people. I don't really like people.
We love anybody who clicks on this podcast.
Yes, but we do love anybody, exactly. But no, this is important that I say this. I actually wrote this down in my notes. This movie, I might not ever say this again, helped me restore my faith in humanity. That's a big thing for me to say, because everybody he met along the way helped him. He helped them. Mm-hmm. That scene in the bar with the dude, the old guy, and they're both individually breaking down about a story from the war.
War stories, yeah. World War II war stories.
People, do you not... This is why this is not a kid's movie, or even a teenager's movie per se, because that scene was so fucking moving and heartfelt and directed. I want to know now if, Lynch, did you get that in one shot? You know what I mean?
Forget Lynch for a moment. The level of acting there
no, I know.
is second to none.
No, it's amazing.
I mean, Lynch has a part in that, obviously, in the framing and holding the camera in the right position. Yeah. But those actors in that scene just bring so much to the table. Both of them breaking down and telling their own individual stories. My dad was in Vietnam. I realized they were discussing World War II.
War II. But I mean, my dad was a Vietnam veteran. He's no longer with us. But he never talked about it. But occasionally he would tell a story. But he could barely get through it. Hence why he never talked about it. And it's fascinating to me, and it's moving to me, and how the little things that bother us every day, and then we look at people like that and what they actually had gone through. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I wrote down one of his quotes, and now I can't find it, and it's driving me nuts, because I loved one of his quotes at the beginning. And I'll find it. So
one of the things that attract me to this movie in movies like this in general is that there also aren't a lot of other movies like this that focus entirely, really, on older people.
Yes. Agreed.
Because obviously most everything Hollywood does is geared to make money.
Right.
And so they're going to constantly be focusing on young people. Or if there is an old person, they're there to serve the younger person's story.
Yes.
Yes,
I agree.
Charlie has to take care of his entire family Charlie and
Sissy coming up in the beginning in the first 15-20 minutes, I was like, oh, so Sissy's taking care of Farnsworth who fell down, and you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, I don't know. But
also she's not 100% there to take care of.
But now we know why but now we know why he explains later. Then the kids were taken away. Right. Okay. From her. She had 4 kids, and one got hurt in a fire. They thought it was because of her, who she wasn't even home at the time when it happened. Right. I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. When he met the hitchhiker and the pregnant hitchhiker at the fire, in the first main scene of
first real companion, I guess, that was met along the way.
He said his wife bore 14 kids. She lost 7 of them. Mm-hmm. So he had 7 kids. Now, I just found this fascinating. That's fascinating enough.
And we only ever know about Sissy.
But we only ever know about Sissy, her character is Rosie. Right. So I just found that fascinating because I was like, okay, forget the 7 you lost. Because, look, when you're out living on country roads and in the middle of nowhere, nothing to do but probably drink, have sex, and... like what? Watch movies? I don't know. And harvest.
That sounds awesome.
I know. It sounds awesome too.
Which is why that young girl is pregnant.
Which is why she's pregnant. Yeah. Exactly. So none of that shocked me. But, okay, so 14 kids, you lost 7 of them. Miscarriage, what have you. He doesn't say. But out of the 7, only Rosie, meaning Sissy Spacek, is left. It's never, I thought at least at some point in the movie, something would be said about the other 6.
And it wasn't.
Because this is a true story.
Right. But again, they're clearly not there. So it doesn't really service the story.
It's a little sad.
This whole movie is sad. This movie is
sad. Why'd you bring the sadness
somberness personified? Because somber is good. This is also why I love Lucky, which came out years later and was Harry Dean Stanton's last movie. Yeah. I think I look at Lucky as like a companion piece to this movie.
Except Harry Dean Stanton, who was in Lucky,
is much better health.
No,
Lucky than
I was sitting here going, look, I know HDS. Sorry, listeners, Harry Dean Stanton. I know you're coming in. Where are you? Yeah. But I love how it's just like, what, he had 2 lines,
But still a ton of emotion in those 2 lines.
Oh, my God. Crying with his beanie on, with his walker, and then, look, it doesn't get any better than saying, you drove all the way to see me on that? And he looks at Farnsworth, and Farnsworth goes, I did, Lyle. And then they're both tearing up. I'm tearing up on my recliner over here. And then nothing else was said. They both look up at the stars. Yep.
Well, time passes.
Look at you getting emotional. That's what I'm saying.
I fucking love it.
No, but I'm saying, that's all that was said. Because remember in the beginning, they used to lay out on the grass and talk each other to sleep and look up at the stars. Yeah. That's why it was just, oh my God. It's crazy. Oh, I just found the line that he said. Let the small stuff fall away. So many one-liner bangers in this. You know what I mean? But that, that I wrote down. Let the small stuff fall away. Because, on the daily, I worry so much, and you have to remember these specific things to kind of pull you in to check.
Sometimes you just need to go slow.
Yeah.
Which is what this whole movie is.
But I literally say it restores my faith in humanity. And again, I almost never say that because I think humanity is in the shitter right now. I'll say it every day. I don't care, with the exception of like a couple good conversations a week I have with people. Humanity is in the shitter in general. Not our friends per se.
No, but I tend
people in general.
It's easy to feel that way. I don't know, I'm getting older now too. So I don't know if it's old man syndrome happening here, for me and looking back.
I'm getting older now too.
But
that's a song.
This also
landslide. You just
that's
quoted
right.
it.
I did.
Sorry.
This was 99. The world was a different place in 99 than it is today as well. And I came into this millennium young and optimistic. Then a few years later, like, the world started turning to shit. 9/11 happened, the internet became prominent, people started talking on the internet, and it just got worse. So,
oh, sure. I agree.
And I think that's why it's great to get other perspectives. It's another reason why I like foreign movies, is because I get perspectives that I don't see every day.
But everybody he met along the way had a purpose for him, and then he had a purpose for them.
Yes.
The old guy in the bar, they got to talk about their war stories. That's something you don't get to do with everyone.
No.
You just do it with it. That's a specific conversation. Like when the girl at the fire, the pregnant girl, he's like, how far along are you? I was like, dude, I didn't even know she was pregnant, but you knew. You know what I mean? He knew. And then the sticks with the bundles.
Right.
Breaking the sticks, but then the bundle is family. Oh, my God.
And then when she disappears
when
he's sleeping,
she leaves the bundle.
She leaves the bundle.
Because I hope that means she was going back to her family. Okay?
That's exactly what it means.
I mean, I know. And I'm just watching this going, oh, my God. What is it about G movies that just make you, like, silly and cry?
This movie could be cheesy or schmaltzy, and it's not.
No.
It is very earnest in how it expresses itself.
Yes.
It loves people. It loves everyone it comes in contact with. It loves the stupid bicycle riders that outrace him, driving down the freeway, and then party with them at their camp, later on.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody he met, the deer lady. Okay, first of all, let's talk about how when we watch a movie, I say, do any animals die in this? Remember in the beginning, a bunch of dogs were running out, and I go, does a dog die in this? And you're like, no, we're good. And then the deer scene. That lady was fucking hilarious, though. Like, I drive to work, I go 20 miles, 40 miles.
That was you. That was you popping up in this movie.
That was actually, that reminded me of me. This is my, what is it? How many deers in 13 weeks that I've hit? She's like, where do they come from?
As this open, empty field is right behind her. It's so good, and it's so true with how deer
I know,
act.
but then I was just like, seriously? And then what I loved is we paused for a second, and you said, okay, I'm sorry, I totally forgot about the deer. It's fine. It's like this, talking about country roads and being in the middle of nowhere and farming country, it's a big deal. This happens all the time. Did it bother me? Yes, it still bothered me, of course. But at the very end, of course, it says no animals were killed or harmed in the filming of this movie, which I knew, but it was just like, I just wasn't expecting that. Because she hit the shit out of it.
No one ever expects a deer running across the road.
No, but her
delivery
response and her delivery was fantastic. Because for just like her 4-minute scene, I think it was.
If that.
That was probably me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because she literally was like, I have to do this drive. back and forth 40 miles a day. And she's telling him how many she's hit. And then he goes ahead and...
He cooks the deer.
He cooks the deer.
That becomes dinner for him.
That becomes dinner
also,
for him.
great moment because that campfire that he makes is next to those like plastic animals.
And he's like scooting away.
He's turning away from the plastic deer while he's cooking. Farnsworth was nominated for an Oscar for this movie.
Okay, so I have that. Well, first of all, this is really important.
Okay.
Total segue. Do you think they got this idea from Can't Buy Me Love?
No. No, I don't.
I know. You know I had to throw it in there because the lawnmower.
Jesus goddamn Christ.
Okay, I just
Is Can't Buy Me Love based on a true story that happened 15 years after it was made?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe it really happened and they didn't know. Okay. You can edit that out if you want.
No, I'm leaving that shit in. No, you know what? I'm going to move it to the front. That's how we're going to start this thing.
Well, that was 1987. I'm just saying. I know this was a true story. He rode off with her on the lawnmower. I'm just saying. Farnsworth was nominated for this.
Yes.
Absolutely. Did you know he used to be a stuntman?
I believe I knew that.
He's been in this industry for like...
Oh, he like Harry Dean Stanton. Yeah. He's been acting forever.
Oh, no, and I know who Farnsworth is, by the way. I knew who he was before this movie. What's fascinating about that, he was nominated for this, for the Oscar. Mm-hmm. I know who he lost to.
Please.
Fucking
wait, hold on. This would have been the year 2000 Oscars, right? Because it was 1999 released movie.
This movie was released October 11th of 99.
So it would have been the 2000 Oscars.
2000 Oscars. So let's guess you.
I can't. I'm on the spot, and I don't know who else was.
Well, I'm not going to tell you who he's nominated against because I didn't get that whole list, but I know who he lost to.
Okay, who did he lose to?
Kevin Spacey.
For
American Beauty. Which...
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's fucking Weinstein money right there.
Yeah, it's also... Okay.
I'm pretty sure that American Beauty was a Miramax joint. Yeah.
Which we come to find out later.
I mean, American Beauty is a better movie.
American Beauty is a good movie.
It's a better movie than fucking Shakespeare in Love.
That's who he lost to. Here's what I really want to talk about. I wasn't going to do it like so soon into it, but... Because I assume you know this. I did not know this, and I don't know if our...
Throw me. I don't know what you're talking about yet. So
viewers know this. That during filming of this, Farnsworth had terminal cancer.
No, I was not aware of that.
Yes. He was terminally ill with bone cancer during the shooting of the film, which had caused the paralysis of his legs as shown in the film. Hence why he had difficulties. Okay. He actually took the role out of admiration for Elvin Strait and astonished his co-workers with his tenacity during production. Because of the pain of his disease, he committed suicide the following year at the age of 80.
Alan Strait?
Farnsworth.
I did not realize that Farnsworth committed suicide.
Now, I know this, so I just took this one step further.
I also didn't realize that he died so soon after this movie. I thought it was several years later.
This was released October 11th of 99.
Yeah.
Farnsworth committed suicide October 6th of 2000.
So less than a year.
From a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So his wife had died sometime earlier, years earlier.
Yeah.
He was terminally ill with bone cancer during the filming of this movie, Farnsworth. Hence why he really, really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
To really be, in the Elvin Strait.
He lasted longer He lasted a shorter time after this movie than Alan Strait did after his adventure.
Well, yeah, Elvin Strait lasted 3 years after his real-life adventure. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't give you the year this was filmed. I can just tell you when it was released. Yeah. But he shot himself.
Wow.
And now that, when we finished the movie and you went outside and I was just putting a couple notes together and I looked that up, that hit me like like somebody punched me in the gut. That's fucking devastating. I didn't know that. Farnsworth was Alvin Straight in this for me, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it. The acting was fantastic. I had no idea he was terminally ill during this, and then
it's even more
kind of had the same demise as Alvin.
It even more echoes Lucky now years later. I mean, since Harry Dean Stanton, he didn't kill himself, but I mean he died before that movie was released.
Right.
So yeah,
isn't that crazy though?
Again, old people aren't focused on a lot in movies in general,
right?
And there's so much to get out of them. This movie is tremendous for that alone.
It's this movie was fantastic. I believe you said 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I looked it up. A few of our friends have seen it. Most of the three or four of our main friends that have seen it, 4 to 4.5 stars. Mm-hmm. You gave it a 5.
I have some other friends that gave it a 5.
I obviously will do my review later on Letterboxd. I'm vacillating between a 4.5 and a 5. Honestly, now that I know many things about it, how it related and stuff that was said, I think I'm a 5 on this.
Yeah. I mean,
and then throw in Lynch. That's fucking Lynch.
It's not my favorite Lynch movie, but it is a fucking fantastic movie. And it's one of these movies that if I knew somebody who said, dude, I fucking hate David Lynch.
Yeah.
You know, or I hate... I mean, look, there's plenty of... David Lynch is a acquired taste, or you're either going to groove on him or you're not, for the most part. And I respect people who don't, completely. I would give this movie to anybody who said, I hate David Lynch movies.
Oh, absolutely.
And say, just fucking watch it.
Yeah.
Because if you're not the type... Like, my mom's not going to watch Mulholland Drive, right?
Right.
But... Or she's certainly not going to love it to the level that I do. This movie, I think, is much more universal in its appeal as far as an adult audience, would.
And the music to every... Oh, stop it. The music
fucking Angelo Badalamenti is...
Is that who that was?
Yeah, same composer as Twin Peaks. And Blue Velvet and everything else.
I did not look that up. I did not know that. Oh, my God.
David Lynch worked with him on everything.
No, I knew that, and I know...
Once they got together.
Once you just said his name, I'm just like, okay, I know who he is. But, sorry, to our audience, that is Twin Peaks and
Blue Velvet.
And David Lynch.
And Mulholland Drive.
David Lynch and him work hand in hand in so many projects. But the music to this was...
Also recently deceased.
I know.
Everett McGill's gone. Farnsworth is obviously gone.
Each scene that was... And our David Lynch is 78 today, so God bless you.
Yes.
But, like, each scene... The music to each scene was just fabulous. Mm-hmm. And again, now knowing Farnsworth and his... Can you imagine the struggle, though? Just saying, the struggle that's in this movie, and then to know, just like a year after this happened, it's like, yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm dying of bone cancer, I'm terminally ill, and then just...
The worst crime about this movie in general is that Disney owns it. Yeah. Because nobody knows about this movie. Like, outside of diehards or people who were there when it came out. This movie is now going to be 25 years old this year.
Right.
And, again, the swan song of one of the greatest actors, of his generation... I guarantee you, if you took a poll, if you asked 100 people that you meet, have you ever seen The Straight Story, they'd look at you cross-eyed and say, what is that? I don't even know what that is. And that's...
I didn't know.
That's entirely on Disney. This movie came out, had a limited run. It didn't win its Oscars.
Whose idea was that, though?
Whose idea was what?
This be G-ing on Disney.
Well, Disney. I mean, look, when you want to make a movie, you get in bed with whoever has the money to do it, and so Disney's adult sector, which was more active at the time with like Buena Vista Entertainment, they were like, sure, let's make this movie. It's probably not going to cost a lot to make, and we'll get a turn on it. But outside of a very short print run DVD, it never got released in the States, for anybody to see it until now. Thankfully, it's on Disney Plus, but of course, you also need to know a movie exists to go watch it.
Yeah.
And who's talking about the straight story in 2024.
No, I get it.
Thankfully, the rest of the world, at least in the entertainment sphere, is more enlightened, and I was able to import this Blu-ray from the United Kingdom. Or, there's a 4K version of this coming out in France in like 3 months. But here, no, nothing. And it frustrates me that movies like this just fall apart at the wayside, which is one of the reasons I wanted to talk about it. Look, had you not seen Mulholland Drive could have been an episode of K&S at some point.
Sure.
But, and that is my absolute favorite Lynch movie.
Yeah.
But everybody else knows about Mulholland Drive.
Yeah.
It is a popular enough movie that...
Oh, when you said this one...
us adding to the conversation, isn't really needed in some ways.
Well, this is going to be interesting, too, because when you drop this at the end of Broken Hearts Gallery, which, we always drop the next movie at the... okay. So some people might be like, a straight story, huh? What is that? Besides David Lynch, okay, which we said. But we've always said to our listeners, if you don't want to watch the movie, don't watch the movie. You still come join us and listen to us, because we're probably going to, talk about something stupid or segue. I'll segue into something stupid, I guess, as I always do.
Yeah, you haven't really segued into anything stupid tonight.
Give me a minute. I'm not done yet.
This podcast isn't over yet.
No, it's not. Maybe this will be the first one that I haven't segued into. To be fair, I said to you when the movie ended, I said, some of our podcasts are like over an hour. And I said this one might not be that long because there's really not a lot to say here. Meaning there isn't, but there isn't because there's not a lot of layers here. It's pretty much a straight shooting movie, no pun intended.
It's a straight story. Yeah. Which, again, when you compare that to Lynch's other movies, none of which are flat out straight.
God,
all of them.
Drive, we'd be talking about it for 4 hours.
Mulholland Drive warrants that level of discussion and your theories on what's going on and what Lynch is trying to say, what is happening with the characters isn't always explained. This is a beginning, middle, and end movie.
Well, that's why it's...
but again...
The name has several...
yes, the name has layers, for sure.
The name... Thank you. That's what I was going to say. The name has layers. The Straight Story, okay, it's their name, Elvin and Lyle Straight.
Yeah.
But it's also... It's just a fucking straight story. It's actually not simplified. It's the journey he finds along the way. What if he would have just stayed in that house with Rosie and did nothing but go see his butt? What if he didn't fall that day, in the house?
Yeah.
And his buddies from the bar came over. Remember, she goes, I have to call the doctor, the neighbor said. And he's like, well, I have to call the bar and tell him that he's not coming. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like little nuances there. I'm gonna need that grabber. That's a darn good grabber, Alvin. I don't know if I can part with it. He's like, I got 2 of them, and the camera shots of him looking from one grabber to the next. You see, that's where Lynch was so good. He focused in on he's looking at one grabber to the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they both look like
and
similar
the same
grabbers.
grabber.
It's like, why is this guy so concerned over? Like, he's a shop owner. His job is to sell shit. It's an Ace Hardware.
And then he's like, his buddy says, "What do you need that grabber for, Alvin?" Grabbing. It was just so simple. Like, the writing of this was I knew it was a true story, but I didn't know, like, did Lynch just direct it? Did he write it? Not write it, but like screenplay
or what of it? Like, he did not write the screenplay. I know that.
No, he didn't.
But because the story,
but it's fantastic.
And I don't remember where I heard this story from. I think it might have been from the Lynch on Lynch book that I read when he was interviewed about his entire career at that point.
Right.
But they said, what's the deal with the straight story? Like, how did that happen? Because famously, Lynch did not have a great experience with Dune.
Okay.
And, and then Dune was a commercial flop. It didn't make the money that the studio wanted to, hence why there was never any of the sequels made. He basically made Blue Velvet after that and never looked back. Everything he ever made at that point was on his terms. It was his movie, his ideas. Apparently, somebody else wanted to make the straight story.
Okay.
Like, the screenplay was written in one of Lynch's cohorts, and I don't know who, came to Lynch and said, I'm thinking about making this movie. Would you read the script and let me know what you think? If I should do it or not. And before he even agreed to read the script for his friend, Lynch said to him, well, I don't know. What if I read the script and I like it? I might want to make the movie.
Okay.
And his friend literally told him, he's like, because of his experience working with other people's projects.
Right.
He's like, look, you're not going to. He goes, but if you want to, after reading the script, I will gladly pass it over to you.
Right.
100% thinking it was never a possibility in the world. And Lynch read the script and he's like, I'd really like to make this movie. and it does speak, even though it's not, there's nothing supernatural clearly. There's nothing mysterious about this movie. No. It still speaks to the Midwesternness, a small town love that is part of a lot of Lynch's works. Twin Peaks, obviously.
That's true.
Blue Velvet, very much so. Lynch is in love with Midwest Americana.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's fantastic that he did it, that he tackled it. He coined it. He has coined this as his, quote, most experimental movie, end quote.
Ha. Well, that's I don't know if I'd go that far, but
in asking how accurate it is, the real Alvin Straight lived 1920 to 1996. Mm-hmm. It's a very good long life. Living 3 further years after he took the journey, which we already talked about. The film was independently shot along the actual route taken by Alvin Straight.
That's cool. I didn't know that. Yes, that's
absolutely.
Pretty cool.
And it's in Lawrence, Iowa. That's where it was filmed. As you saw, the big water tower.
I didn't even know if it was a real town or not.
Yeah. That's why I kept saying that's Iowa, right?
Yeah.
Because being from the Midwest, Lawrence, Iowa is the community where the movie The Straight Story was filmed in 1998. The streets, roads, and home where the picture was filmed are here for you to visit and enjoy. And then, they show pictures.
Oh, so you can actually
exactly.
go find these locations,
so,
which is cool.
I do find this funny. It gets a G rating because it does not have any of the usual triggers for a PG or PG-13. Thoughtful middle and high schoolers and adults will find a lot to appreciate and talk about. And I like that because I said this isn't for kids. Don't, moms out there, don't take your very young one because it's G and Disney to see this. It's not, but I like that they said it like that. Thoughtful middle schoolers and adults, because you have to be in this frame of mind for this. Look, sometimes I cry at Kleenex commercials, because sometimes they're stupid and they're sad, but they're...
That's how they get you to buy
Kleenex. What's your name? Sarah McLachlan, the ASP...
Yeah.
The dog
ASPCA.
Jesus Christ.
In the arms of an angel.
Yeah, those need to go away because I have to shut those off because those make me cry and I can't watch them. But this is a really good movie. Like, I saw you gave it 5 stars, and I'm like, I don't know. You know, but if I'm going to go between a 4.5 and a 5 on this with Letterboxd, I mean, you might as well just pull the trigger and go 5, because this is, plus it's a true story, and now knowing, like I said earlier, all that's behind it, you know, Farnsworth.
I can tell you, it's a 5-star movie, and I would watch this again 10 more times before I'd watch American Beauty again. There's
excellent point.
There's far more going on. I really
have no desire. Was that Mira?
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
God, whatever happened to her?
I know. It's not Mira Sorvino. I knew that you were doing that. That's you know who her face is.
Yeah.
First of all, Annette Bening was in that, and don't get me started on Annette Bening because she's
Kevin Spacey's a controversial. Mina Savari. Okay.
Yeah. What did happen? Nora Birch was in that though too.
She was a big deal for a real short period of time.
Chris Cooper, I love Chris Cooper. Peter Gallagher, don't get me started.
Hey, this isn't the American Beauty podcast.
Okay, no, it's not. But I mean, you know, Kevin
Spacey's great in that movie. I'm not arguing.
Well, apparently Mina is 44 years old and she's on Instagram all the time. Which, sorry,
sounds like someone on Note.
I don't know.
Sending me cat videos all day long.
No, I literally just pulled her up and it like just said she was 44 years old and she's like on Instagram or whatever. I don't know,
but we're the first person to talk about her in like the last 10 years. Like I don't know the last time I even heard her name.
That's just kind of funny. She was a really big deal when that came out.
For a very short period of time, she was a very... also Mira Sorvino.
Oh, exactly.
During that time period, too. She was
kind of popular because of her dad, too, so... Paul Sorvino.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Nothing against...
Before she was blacklisted because of the Weinstein brothers.
Yeah, exactly. How did we segue to that? I think it's because...
Because we're talking about American Beauty and Miramax, and I mentioned Weinstein earlier.
Well, anyway,
Weinstein also, they won the Oscar a couple years earlier for Shakespeare in Love, which was also bullshit, and that movie should never have won Best Picture.
Yeah, but also... okay, but I'm going to say it because I don't like the Weinsteins. Good Will Hunting... The Boys won.
Yeah, but that was a good movie.
No, I know it wasn't a good movie. Good Will Hunting's a fucking great movie. Right. Affleck and
Damon.
Sorry, Damon won for the screenplay.
Yeah.
That they wrote it. Yeah. Which, by the way, they got a lot of shit. You didn't write it, but... Oh, see, I said I wasn't going to segue, and here I am segueing.
There you segue.
No, but I mean, they swore we were living in our apartment or whatever, and we wrote this, like just laying on our couch when we wrote this. We know. But Weinsteins were behind that. So, you know, granted, they won for that. That was a huge fucking thing. That's what put them on the map, and that's what got them going. And that was fantastic because Good Will Hunting is, and then Robin Williams won the Oscar because I know my shit. He won the Oscar for Good Will Hunting that year. That was fucking huge.
It was.
God, sorry. And then I just got weird for a second because then also committed suicide. Yeah. It's like I guess
obviously different situation than Farnsworth.
No, but that was mental health. But I'm saying, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I was thinking back to this, like, Farnsworth was nominated for an Oscar in the same year he killed himself. Do you know what I mean? Granted, I know that was terminal cancer. I get it, but I don't know. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not about awards, and it's not about, like, that, I guess, but it's just weird how you just don't.
And we should be celebrating the 25th anniversary of Farnsworth's win.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not looking back at
his demise.
A terrible person's win. You know, that same
Or
year.
A terrible person's win. Exactly. And look at where you went, Kevin Spacey.
Also, Kevin Spacey also has been a better actor in other movies than American Beauty. So I also want to put that. Kevin
Usual
Spacey in The Usual
Suspects.
Suspects, fan-fucking-tastic.
Anyway, yeah, we segued into that, but I wanted to segue into that because it's a Best Picture that year. American Beauty won the Best Picture.
And Straight Story wasn't even nominated for Best Picture.
No, it wasn't. Well, not to my knowledge.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the only nomination was for Farnsworth. Which is a deserved nomination, don't get me wrong, but the people who should win rarely ever win.
Okay, but like going back to like the Affleck and the Damon thing for Good Will Hunting, I want to, you know what, sometimes I sit down to watch Good Will Hunting and I go, when it pops up, Weinstein's, I actually cringe and go, oh fuck, I forgot the Weinstein's.
Favorite movie, one of our favorite movies was produced by the Weinsteins.
I know, I'm like, I forget, so I cringe a little bit.
Again, the money comes from where the money comes from, you know, with these productions.
I kind of forget about it. So...
Dude's in jail now and he's gonna die.
I know.
So let it happen.
I know, and everything happens for a reason. And anyway, my point is, you're not watching that and you know, like I still don't want to take that away from Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Nor do I.
Good Will Hunting, because Good Will Hunting's a great fucking movie, and Robin Williams was fantastic in it. It was so good, and they wrote it. No matter what anybody says, they wrote it. So I don't know. It's just kind of funny how. It's just kind of funny. And then you see stuff like we watched tonight, which is a true story. And I think Lynch did amazing with this. And, you know, again, what do you need that grabber for? I mean, that's a pretty iconic.
I want to see the prequel to the Straight Story that's Sid and Straight.
Yeah.
Because the way that he looks at him side-eyed in that scene, it's such a, like, I've been dealing with you for so long and your bullshit, but Straight is too nice to actually say any of that, because he's got that Midwest charm.
This is pure. Mm-hmm. This movie is pure. I wept, okay? I was cleaning my eyes off on my t-shirt. You know, that end scene. There's not many end scenes, and now knowing it's a true story, Farnsworth and what he went through in this movie, at that very end scene, Farnsworth and Harry Dean Stanton, you don't get any better than that as far as, what's the word I'm looking for? Greatness? Greatness?
The camera struggles.
Yeah.
To handle that much
on
screen.
And then,
at the same time.
Sorry, Lynch holding the candle against Farnsworth and Harry Dean Stanton, HDS. I mean, what? This trifecta. Right here. That very end scene. You know what I was thinking? That very end scene. And then I did get, okay, they did their little monologue, their little talk, and then they both looked up at the stars. All I kept thinking was, Farnsworth, Harry Dean Stanton, and David Lynch has the camera on them, and then they go up to the stars. I was like, fucking trifecta.
Yeah.
Like,
perfect.
Seriously.
It's a perfect movie.
It's pretty amazing.
I cannot look at this movie and say, this part should have been done differently.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Everything about this movie is perfect. I can't give it less than 5 stars.
When he breaks down right outside Lyle's house, he's so close. He even said, "I'm so close I can taste it." Remember when he was
at the bar?
When he was at the bar, and the guy comes by in his big tractor, and he's like, "Can I do anything for you?" I swear to God, I turned to you and I repeated what Farnsworth said. He goes, "She's just a little tired." You know, meaning the motor, and meaning his little, and the guy goes, give her a try again. And then she starts up, and I was like, seriously? Come on. No, I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
It just grabbed my heart.
And then he goes with him the rest of that little short way.
Yes, he goes the short way to make sure he keeps looking back to make sure he's okay.
Yep.
And then he waves off like
saying
he's over there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. It was. I do know. It was a great movie. So I have to thank you.
Is this our best movie?
Huh?
Is this our best movie?
What do you mean our best movie?
For KNS.
Oh, you mean where we both
like
give it a 5?
If we actually ranked our movies, is this the best movie that we've done on this show?
Do you mean where we both gave it a 5 stars?
I just mean like if you were ranking the 18 movies that we've done so far.
This is 18.
If you were to rank all 18 individually, one by one, I honestly think this would be the top for me. Now I know it's my pick. So there's probably some bias there. But I don't think that anything that we watched, even including all of my other picks, is as fucking fantastic as this movie.
Well, I think you're a little biased too because it was your pick.
I also picked Voyage of the Rock Aliens. You know what I mean? Which is fun. Don't get me wrong, but it is not a great movie in every. I
guess I'll give you that because I mean, of my picks, a lot of them were 5 star. A couple of them were 5 stars for me. This was just on a different level, and this was more. I don't know. This spoke to me, and I don't know. Maybe I'm becoming softer in my old age.
God helps all.
I know. But again, I don't like people, and this kind of made me like people. So
the people in this movie, and I would love to know how accurate that part of the story is to the real experiences of Mr. Straight.
Yeah.
It's very easy to just fabricate meeting a pregnant woman on the side of the road, because it doesn't really affect the story.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But I'm not saying it is. I don't know enough about the true story to know for sure.
Right.
But the people in this movie.
So you think that was somewhat fabricated?
No, I don't. I'm just saying that it easily could be, and I wouldn't know. Because I'm just watching a movie.
And I don't know that it matters.
And I don't know that it matters. But
because
almost everybody in this movie is very respectful.
Yeah.
And that's not something that is evident in anything else. And even in the treatment of old people, which I go back to, I love seeing old actors. And this is something that following this movie, the 3rd season of Twin Peaks was full of old actors because all those people aged, over the time period too. And it was fascinating to watch, old actors on screen. I love watching movies with old people. These people in general in this movie, they all listen. They talk and then they listen.
Yep.
And there's not a lot of people that are like that in general. Most people just want to talk. And some people just listen and don't have a voice. But that's something that everybody in this movie does, is they say what they say to the best of their ability, even saying it sometimes. Like your emotional bar scene between the war vets.
Yes.
Which also reminded me of Lucky with the scene with Tom Skerritt and Harry Dean Stanton in the restaurant together when he told his story, and that's the only scene that Tom Skerritt's in that whole movie. They say their piece, they tell their story, and the other person listens to completion and then speaks to what they said and adds something else to it. And that's awesome.
Well, The Straight Story isn't immediately the kind of movie one would associate with Lynch. It's clear that his approach to making this film was necessary to communicate the emotions and the kindness that it does. The straight story reminds us that everyone's beliefs come from somewhere, and it's worth trying to find out what that somewhere is. When we engage with perspectives we have limited understanding of, we can find unifying experiences that help us see each other as full human beings worthy of dignity. Everyone carries beauty, darkness, fear, and joy. All of it is worth knowing.
And who wrote that? Roger
Ebert.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He was alive at that point.
Yes.
So that checks.
And Mary Sweeney, who was the producer and editor
And screenwriter.
and knew Lynch was right for the material. She was so committed to getting the movie made that even though the rights were spoken for, she waited 4 years for them to become available again. She then produced and co-wrote the script, thinking it would appeal to the emotional side that Lynch displayed in 1980's The Elephant Man.
Yes. Which is also very much about humanity in general, both the dark side of it and the...
And she said David's films connect with audiences through his character struggles with darkness and confusion. A less obvious but very powerful dimension of that struggle is a hunger for love and dignity. She knew. He probably wasn't the obvious choice, but she knew. And that's what you wait for. You know what I mean? And again, I love everything I just read you is significant of what I said earlier, that I don't, I don't like people, but every once in a while, I'm reminded that there is faith in humanity. Mm-hmm. Specifically with animals, usually, because not just on the daily. People that work with animals, I think, are fabulous, and they're the best kind of people out there. But there are, it's nice to meet those that are good.
Are pillars of what humankind can be.
Exactly. The Supermans, if you will. So, we should wrap this up and announce.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you're in a good place, unless you want to, unless you have more to say.
There's not a lot that I can say that I haven't already said about the Straight Story.
Same.
It's a perfect movie. If you haven't seen it, see it.
Yes.
If you already have Disney Plus, you can watch it for free.
Yes.
And if you don't, you're a terrible person.
Yes. Well, that's taking it a step.
No, I'm pretty firm in that.
You're pretty firm in that?
Yeah. If you haven't seen Straight Story, you can fix that.
Okay.
You're not a terrible person
and my
you
husband,
haven't seen
Sean,
Straight Story.
Said you're a terrible person.
No. You're not terrible
I
for
do not concur.
You're not terrible for not having seen Straight Story.
Yes.
You're terrible if now that you know that Straight Story exists.
Oh, and you don't see it.
You don't go out of your way to watch.
Also, it is January 20th. His birthday is today. We're hoping Sean's going to get this podcast dropped here within the week.
It's not going to make his birthday, unfortunately.
No, it's not going to make his birthday, but as a belated birthday present for David Lynch, go see this. Or not go see it. I guess you'd say go to the movies. You can't go to the movies.
No.
You know what I mean? See this.
See it.
See it. And again, remind them where they can see it.
Disney Plus. For free. Or, if you don't have Disney Plus, rent it from whatever streaming service you want.
Yeah.
You can rent it from Apple, I'm sure, for like $4.
Yeah. We know you got $4, people. And this is definitely, maybe bring some tissues with you, because probably need them.
I'll fucking pay the $4. Like, seriously, if you don't fucking like this movie...
Yeah, Sean will reimburse you.
Send me a bill.
Okay, he will reimburse you. Yes.
Because, again, it's a perfect movie. There's a reason why it's 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I want to know the one asshole that didn't like this movie that made it...
Now, granted, I think it was... Was it a lot of reviews?
I don't know. I didn't look
Doesn't
it up.
matter. 94% is tight. And then, like I said, all our friends gave it 4, 4.5. You gave it 5. I shortly tonight we'll be doing my Letterboxd review.
And I have other friends that gave it 5 as well.
I believe I'm a 5 banger on this one.
It's a 5 banger.
Yeah.
I'll accept a 4.5.
Okay.
I mean, you have something wrong with your heart.
Yes.
If it's a 4.5.
Your heart
and
is
not a
heartbroken. 4.5.
Yeah.
No, but I'm laughing because you said if you give this 4.5 and not a 5, then or less than that.
Hey, I have
what's in your heart?
A lot of my friends are broken dolls.
Yes.
Okay.
I know this.
So I have no problem saying that they have some sort of flaw someplace in their heart. And we don't mention
any names. I know. It's okay. I'm a 5.
If you give this movie less than a 3, I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I genuinely don't have any respect for your opinion on anything at that point. Like, I wouldn't take directions from you to get
and
down
listeners,
the street.
let me say with that, with Sean just saying that, Sean never says stuff like that, so he's pretty serious on that note. Oh, and hopefully coming back at you after all this time, you know, hopefully we didn't, hopefully this was a little bit more of a serious episode. Oh, sorry, until we segued into the Weinsteins and the, they're getting their due, so, you know, let's just call them, you know.
One of them is.
Oh, one of them is, sorry. But it's okay. This was a very important movie. It should be seen. And, yes, it's G and it's Disney, which is just still so mind-boggling to me, but I don't care because it was that fantastic. So, we are going to segue into my pick. Because For next movie, just because we got to wrap this up. My pick for next movie, I have seen a few times. I honestly can't say that I haven't even checked Letterboxd if I've rated it.
I don't think you've logged
I don't think I have.
Because I don't think you've watched it since we've been together.
No, I've not watched it since we've been together, and also, I don't think so anyway. I'm trying to remember how this even came up. It's irrelevant. But my movie is Frankie and Johnny, 1991. Gary Marshall, rest in peace, directed. You know, considered a romantic drama. Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer, 69% Rotten Tomatoes. But I have to say what you quoted because it was pretty funny.
What I quoted?
Yes, I said, have you not seen this? Because I kind of spoiled it and said this was going to be my movie, and you said, did she have a tight cat suit on? No, then my 14-year-old self wasn't interested.
Yeah.
And that actually made me laugh.
My 14-year-old self probably wouldn't have been too keen on the straight story either.
Yeah, no, this is true.
But,
it is what I love. You were born, but you were only 2.
What?
No.
I was 10.
No, you were... Their first movie together was Scarface.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
This is their second movie together. This is their first film together after Scarface, so their second movie together. Al Pacino and the delicious Michelle Pfeiffer. Scarface was 1983. That's why I said you were 2 when Scarface came out. Nathan Lane, Kate Nelligan, Hector Elizondo, who Gary Marshall put in Pretty Woman. You know, he puts in a lot of his stuff. Pfeiffer was nominated for the Golden Globe for this. She did not win, but anyway, it's Frankie and Johnny, 1991. Can you go wrong with Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer?
I mean, I guess we'll find out.
I
mean, they already made one banger with Scarface, so...
Jesus Christ. Scarface, which is in my top 5. I forget how this one came into play.
I think you were just watching other Michelle Pfeiffer movies or something at the time, and you were like, this movie
I think it popped up, and then I was like, Sean, have you seen this? And you said no. There is the Broadway show of this.
Well, there was a movie called Frankie and Johnny before this, too, wasn't there?
It was in 1966. I believe it was Elvis Presley. But,
no shit.
Yeah. And
much
again,
like you with Straight Story, I have never heard anybody talk about this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's not something that I was even peripherally aware
exactly.
of.
And I had forgotten Gary Marshall directed it, which is interesting to me because, Gary Marshall does, comedies.
Yeah.
I think he did Pretty Woman,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of a comedy. And not saying Frankie and Johnny is not a comedy. It's actually dubbed a romantic drama. And he's Gary fucking Marshall,
Yeah.
who's fantastic. So don't get me started. He's like a kind of a Rob Reiner to me. And if I had to pick one, I don't know who I could pick, Rob Reiner or Gary Marshall. They're kind of equal to me because they're both fantastic.
Well, one's meatball and one isn't.
I know that.
So,
Rob Reiner's also best friends with Albert Brooks. So,
Edge Rob Reiner.
Edge Rob Reiner, because I love Albert Brooks. So it's I don't want to call it fun. I'm excited to rewatch it because I don't remember the last time I've watched Frankie and Johnny.
I'm excited to watch it because I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah,
I mean, I like the cast. I don't know. I've not looked up anything about this movie.
No. And also it's Pacino, it's Pfeiffer, and again, she is not wearing a tight cat suit. So
that's unfortunate.
I know, so just get over it. But that's our next one, folks, and we are going to not go several months again.
No, I hope not.
And I hope you enjoyed this. This was fun tonight because it was just fun.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We have sleeping dogs who are totally passed out, so apparently our podcast was super exciting for them tonight because we put them to sleep.
Yeah, they sleep through everything.
But they sleep through everything. So, we will be coming at you with
We
Frankie.
could watch Total Recall right now, and they'd sleep through the whole
thing.
thing.
And how to watch Frankie and Johnny.
Oh, how do you watch Frankie and Johnny? Who didn't come prepared? This shit show of a podcast. Fucking clown shoes.
I know. Woo! I don't even know.
You can rent this digitally on Apple TV or YouTube. You can buy the DVD from Amazon. But that's pretty much it as far as options. There is no Blu-ray, so you have to watch it digitally.
Or Jesus, guys, if you want to watch it bad enough, we got a copy. Hit me up. I'll send it to you.
No, we don't have any money anymore because I'm paying $4 out for every one of our listeners to watch Straight Story.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we could be broke after this podcast. Yeah. This free podcast.
This free service that I provide for you.
So, all right. So, but somebody can get it.
Yes, you can purchase it on DVD or you can rent it on your favorite streaming device.
Yes, and it's Frankie and Johnny, 1991 people, Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer. Come on, if you haven't seen it.
And it's Frankie I.E. and Johnny Y.
Yes.
Don't flip that. Yeah. And then come crying to me that you couldn't find it.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sean's just in a mood tonight. No, it is Frankie I.E. and Johnny Johnnny.
Yes.
So, yeah, let's pick the right movie, people. Yeah. Let's make smart choices.
And not the Elvis one.
And not the Elvis one.
Don't get confused if you find the Elvis one.
Yeah. Okay?
I mean, you can watch the Elvis one if you want.
Watch it. Come back to me and hook me up and message me on DM me and let me know.
We should watch the Elvis one this week. Yeah, and then just see if there's any differences. See if it's the same story. What if it's an entirely different movie?
I believe it's an entirely different
movie. What if you like it more?
I don't know.
Now,
to be fair, this is one of these experiments. I do like Frankie and Johnny, which is why I picked it, okay? But it's one of those that I have not seen it in so long. It's like, let's see if it holds up. I don't know. So nobody quote me on this, but this is my pick, and my husband has not seen it. And then that Frankie and Johnny is episode 19, and then we will announce a special 20th episode. When we do the Frankie and Johnny podcast, we will be announcing a special 20th episode.
Yes,
Can you believe 20 episodes?
They're like, You should have been at 20 like 6 months ago.
I know, we should have.
Much like our 10th episode special, we're going to watch a movie that neither one of us had seen.
Have seen, exactly.
We already know what it's going to be, but we're not going to share it
Bang Bang.
Yes.
That neither one of us had seen. We decided to make that our 10th episode. And so for our 20th, we are going to do the same thing. Pick a movie neither one of us has seen, which we will drop that in our Frankie and Johnny episode.
We'll drop 2 movies in the Frankie and Johnny episode, because I'll let you know what my next pick is as well.
Okay. So it's a lot of information,
A lot of information. I know it's hard to keep up with the K&S activities. If you don't have a
notebook out with a pen, write it down. Because, we didn't mean to throw so much at you tonight.
Just layers.
It's just layers, like a freaking onion.
I hope you all enjoy the straight story.
Yes, it's very important to Sean, and I enjoyed it as well. And God damn, maybe if you were listening, David Lynch, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And
watch, if you can't watch Straight Story, watch a David Lynch movie this week.
Yeah, that's a good thing. If you can't watch the Straight Story, or it's just not your thing, just watch a David Lynch movie this week. And when you hear this when it drops, just do that.
Or watch Twin Peaks again.
Yeah.
Do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
We will be back at you very soon. We thank you for listening.
See you next time with Frankie and Johnny.
See you on the flip side. Cheers.
Speedboat chase.
Speedboat chase?
That's what I think of when I hear that.
Oh.